Smoke a Perso sweet with Hot Thoughts TV.
Y'all know what the fuck we doing, man. It's Hot Thoughts TV. Niggas hot in the bitch, man.
I'm smoking a Perso sweet with Hot Thoughts TV.
What's up, y'all? It's Neeko Crowe, and I'm doing the Perso suite with Hot Thoughts TV.
From listening to your music, of course, you know, like, you can rap, but I wouldn't, at least me personally, I wouldn't classify you as a rapper. I think you have, like, your own genre. So if you did, like, just on some real shit, if you had your own genre, what would you classify your music as?
Bruh. Cause like I always hate when people give like these fake deep answers in interviews that you can tell they like rehearse. You know what I'm talking about? It's like they were trying to make a moment. They're trying to be like say something cool. Like I really don't know. I can tell you what I combine to make my stuff. Like it's definitely rap, obviously, but more like indie stuff. So like John Mayer stuff or like Phoebe Bridgers, stuff like that. And then you have like the whole like spacey stuff. So like Kid Cudi stuff. Like Lido, Lido, if y'all know who he is, just like random stuff, bro. Then you got like old classic stuff, like Parliament or whatnot. Yeah, Sly and the Family Stone. Like I was listening to a whole bunch of blues. Like there's this one dude named Clarence Carter. He has a song called Patches, bro. Stupid. Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, it's just a whole bunch of like random stuff that I just like be pulling stuff from, bro. It's definitely, I guess, alt rap, if you want to call it that. I try to just make it like its own little thing.
Yeah, that's important. That's like, you know, where I was going with that shit, because, you know, I feel like a lot of the music, not to knock anyone, but it kind of gets repetitive.
Yeah.
So like to have whatever I'm listening to on and then switch to you, it's kind of like, that's what I'm saying, like a breath of fresh air of what music has turned to.
I appreciate it, bro.
Nah, for sure. And you were talking about a deluxe that's in the works.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, if it's too early to speak on
we can
it,
talk about anything.
Is there any like special, you know, treats or something in store that's gonna be a part of the deluxe, or what can we expect on that?
For the project, I made like 30 to 40 songs, I want to say, like pretty much all the way done. And so I was just like, some of these are too good to like just like let die on my hard drive, you know what I'm saying? So and like some of them were good enough to make it, but for the project I didn't want it to be too sing-songy, especially because this is when I thought I was still gonna be like performing it before everything shut down. So I was like, okay, like I'm not really that strong of a singer, so I can't be singing my whole set. So I'm gonna cut some of the more melodic joints to make sure I have more rapping stuff, so I can give myself a break, so like catch my breath again and like do what I'm the strongest at, which is rapping. So some of the more melodic stuff is coming back on the deluxe because I still wanted to put it out. So yeah, like each one is kind of like, each one is different than what's already been on there, but like it's still cohesive, if that makes sense. But yeah, one of them hoes slaps a little bit harder. One of them is 6'8", like Time Signature, bruh. That's my favorite shit. Like R&B, like I don't know, some way that like 6'8" Time bops and like makes your neck snap. Yeah, I always been trying to figure out how, like, I made like 5, 6, 8 songs, never put them out because they were trash. Cause like it's really like, cause if you listen to like Ville Mentality by Cole, like everybody that raps in 6'8", they all kind of like rap dun 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 dun, and like, so I've been always trying to figure out like how to flow different on it, but I ended up in the same. I kind of did it the same anyway, but yeah, I got Dende on it too. Yeah, on the deluxe. So yeah, me and him got a joint, and then I put like a little snippet on my IG live of me like rapping outside. So I'm thinking about just throwing that on there too, just so people can listen to it.
You really be hands-on with everything, you know, like we spoke about, you know, anything from promotional to album art to, you know what I'm saying? So what's the importance of that shit to you, like, you know what I'm saying, to be able to control 100% of what you're doing?
It's everything. Like, as like cliche as that sounds, like, cause like, yeah, like you said, like I rented the camera, like shot all the stuff, edited it, like this, that, and the third. Like, I don't know, bro, like, it started as like obviously not having anybody else around to do it for me, you know what I'm saying? But it got to the point where like it's like, oh, this is the best way to get what's in my head out. It's like obviously eventually like I'm gonna let people like shoot the music videos and whatnot. But like even like knowing how to do it, it makes it 10 times easier to communicate to somebody like exactly what I want. Like I know how to make a storyboard and a music video treatment if I needed to, you know what I'm saying? And like a lot of people can't say that. A lot of people don't even know like what a lens, like, you know what I'm saying? So it just makes it harder to like convey what their vision is. Like, no, I need a wide angle here, push in here, like depth of field, like, you know what I'm saying? Just like little stuff like that, and just makes it like 10 times better to communicate a vision. But when it comes to like graphic design and stuff, like I said, I was drawing first. Like I was drawing from like 3rd grade all the way until like I thought that's what I was gonna do. I was like, oh, I'm gonna be like an architect or something, cause like my mom was like, that's the thing you can do with drawing, like that's like a real job. So I'm like, oh, I guess I'm gonna be an architect. And then as soon as I started making beats, I was like, nope. Like yeah, so like that's my little way of like still like flexing that muscle.
You doing it all, wearing all the hats. That's a lot of work, you know, for sure. But at the same time, now it in my opinion, like if a label's to reach out, they take all that into consideration. Like, damn, this man's doing it all. We don't gotta pay X amount of producing budget. Like he can produce his own shit. So that's like, damn, y'all gotta put some more money in my pockets. Or is that something that you feel like now that you've already got to the point where you do it all, you prefer to stay independent?
Me, I'm not one of those people that's like so hell-bent on being independent, because especially like, because I mean, let's just be honest, like that only gets you like to a certain level in terms of like mainstream wise, like, because like, I mean, I love Chance, but like he wasn't even independent all the way. Like he didn't have a label, but this man was still doing partnerships with like Apple, which is like, I don't know, that's not independent if you get what I'm saying. Like put $1 million behind you, bro, you're not independent. They gonna have some stipulations with the money, you know what I'm saying? I'm not hell-bent on being independent, and especially because I do pretty much everything, or like, at like, even if I was on a major label, like I let other people produce for me and stuff, so like, it's not gonna be like I do everything always, no matter what, but for like the majority of my stuff, it's probably gonna be me, so like, I'm still gonna be making a bigger portion of money and like having a bigger portion of the percentage in my pocket than if I got split it with a feature and then there was 3 producers who used the loop and then I gotta pay the engineer and I gotta go pay for studio time. It's like I'm doing it in my house, producing it, mixing it myself. So like a lot of like an advance would stay in my pocket anyway. So like I'm not really tripping over it.
Would you ever consider like going outside of Houston, like, oh, I'm gonna move? You know, a lot of people like, yo, I'm gonna move here. And
yeah.
But has that ever crossed your mind? Has it kind of been like, I'm gonna just kind of go with the flow, I'm staying in Houston?
It's one of those things where like, I know I'm gonna end up here no matter what, like at the end of the day. But I mean, obviously I wanna like live somewhere for like, even if it's just like 3 months, just like, I guess that's not really living somewhere, but like a year.
Work somewhere.
Yeah, you know, just chill out. Like, I was, like Denver seems tight, you know what I'm saying? Or like Seattle. Like obviously like LA is cool. Just like go places and just like chill out. Like definitely want to hit Australia and make something out there like Tame Impala. You know what I'm saying? Like how you just random stuff like that, bro. Like once you get the money to do stuff like that, and that's another thing, like having a label allows you to like do, you know what I'm saying? Like even though I heard they're not throwing that much money for recording budgets anymore, because like people like Wayne were buying out whole hotels and like like crazy stupid. But yeah, no, at the end of the day, I want to be back here, because I feel like even like, because I forgot who I was talking to about this, but yeah, like Prince, like he stayed in Minneapolis like through it all. Like that's where he was at. Or like Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, because they're from Minneapolis too. Like they came up with Prince, and they were even talking about in one of their Red Bull interviews, like they went out in LA and like in their whole career, that's when they got the least amount of work done, and they were like, nah, we're getting distracted. They moved back to Minneapolis, and that's when they started working with Janet and everything else. So I feel like there's something to be said about staying where you are. So like people who are from LA, like it makes sense to be out there because that's where you're from. That's what made your music what it is. But like, yeah, I feel like leaving is where a lot of people get like lost and jaded and start forgetting who they were.
Somebody who ain't never heard your music, what's a song that you would, you know, just tell them to listen to? Because I know we spoke about, I know I told you before that you smoke is my shit, and you was like, damn, I wasn't even rocking with that at the time. So like, what's one of them songs that like people always either come to you to talk about, or what would you want them to hear off rip?
It's kind of hard to say because everything is so different. So like, it really depends on like what you like.
Yeah.
But like, I guess the most universal would be like, I would just say like 23 of Me or Leaves in the Wind. Not only because those are the 2 most popular ones right now, but I feel like they give you like a good little balance between like melodic me and rapping me, and then especially like the production, like everybody likes guitars, like I don't care who you are, and like 808. So it's just like, it's a nice balance between like the indie stuff I was talking about, but the rap stuff and like the melodic and the lyrical stuff that I do. And like they both are like a little bit more introspective, so you'll learn who I am by listening to those songs. DMs been going like crazy, bruh. Okay, y'all know I got a vent. Internet Money.
Yeah.
Bruh, y'all know who Cody is from Internet Money? He made this video. Okay, so I was just getting a bunch of DMs, bruh. And everybody was like, "Hey, I heard you on Fresh Finds. Can you send me some acapellas, like, and I can make a beat to it?" I'm like, "Why?" Like, every single last. It was damn near a copy and paste message, and it was like 15 people, bro. Like in the span of a week. I'm like, what? So like in my YouTube recommendations, a couple days later, this dude Cody from Internet Money, that was like his formula. He was like, go to Fresh Finds, find an artist, and just ask him for acapellas. And it's just like, bruh. So like now my DMs are like filled with like 15-year-olds asking me for throwaway acapellas, and like I just started ignoring them, like, because there's only so much I can say. It's like, no, bro, because what's gonna happen is you're gonna make a acapella with something, and then hopefully once I pop off, you're just gonna release that whole like, we got a song, and now it's like, bro, what, like that? Yeah, nah. So
There's some visuals, like, you know what I'm saying, that you plan on releasing soon?
I'm not gonna do it if it's not like how I see it in my head, and unfortunately, like, I have like grandiose visions way bigger than my pockets allow right now. So it's just like, not even gonna lie, don't got the bread for it. So I'd rather just like wait and like make the first thing I've ever put out like stunning, you know what I'm saying, than kind of just like, oh, it was cool, you know what I'm saying. Like, I don't ever want somebody to walk away from like spending that, because like it's one thing to listen to a song where you're going about your day, because like watch a video, you got to sit down, stop everything you're doing and watch it. And I don't want anybody to leave and be like, oh, it was cool, because like the next time you see something, you're probably not gonna stop if you weren't impressed the first time. So yeah, I'd rather just wait on it.
So, and visuals is definitely important, especially like this age type shit, you know?
Yeah, facts, bro. That's what like brings it all together. Yeah.
2021, you thinking like putting some shows? Because I haven't seen a Neeko show yet. You know, we haven't seen.
You sure haven't. That's crazy. Like I said, it just depends, bro. I'm not rushing out to do it until like I know it's straight, cause like I don't want anybody. One, I don't want to put anybody in danger, cause like that'd be crazy for me to feel like, oh damn, somebody caught that shit because they were trying to come see me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would make me feel hella guilty. But two, it's like I don't want to go through all that and only like 5 people show up because everybody was too scared to come. So it's just like, and then especially if I had to buy the venue, then I take a loss at that point, and then trying to find the venue that would even do it. So I'd rather just wait on it, because that, like, the longer I wait and the more the music bubbles up, just means the more people that are gonna eventually come anyway. So I'm not really pressed about it. But when it does happen, I'm gonna make sure it's an event.
Yeah.
You know, like you say, you have grandiose visions, and you know what I'm saying, like you just see things on a bigger scale. I'm sure you think ahead. What are some like things you want to get off your bucket list in terms of you creating? Is there any like other avenues that you would want to tap into?
It's always funny because like me and my friends talking about it, because two of my homies like do video and film stuff, and like everybody always wants to be like make the musician to actor transition or vice versa. It was like, bro, I think it'd be like tight to be like a DP, like be the person who's like kind of like, or like a set designer, you know what I'm saying? Because like for me, like the best part of like the movie is like when you start looking at like a Tarantino film or like a Wes Anderson movie, it's like it looks crazy, you know what I'm saying? Like it like visually looks tight. So I'd rather be the person like, nah, that shit look tight because of me, more so than I want to be the actor, you know what I'm saying? Because like, I don't know, you can act, like there's plenty of great acting in awful looking films, but like an amazing looking film with like cool acting, I don't know, I'd rather watch that, you know what I'm saying? Than, you know, this shit just look boring. Other than that, I definitely want to do something involving clothes. I got merch coming that I designed all myself. That shit look tight. I'm gonna show y'all the I got the t-shirts in already. I still gotta order the hoodie samples, but like that shit look tight to me. So like, cause like with merch, bruh, it don't make no sense to me like how, like, no disrespect, but like Migos does not wear Migo merch, you know what I'm saying? Like artists, like if you're an artist and you don't wear your own merch, and to me it's like, do you not think it's tight, or do you just like, I don't know, because and a lot of these people, like a lot of big people, bruh, like print their shit on like V-Lone, and it's like, or not V-Lone, V-Lone prints on Gildan, just like stuff like that. It's like, bruh, like I don't know, I don't know, I just care too much about stuff like that. So I wanted to make sure I had like a at least decent quality t-shirt and hoodie, and like a design that I would actually be caught outside wearing. Like Kanye wears his own merch, you get what I'm saying? And like that's the difference, because it's tight, you know what I'm saying? Kid Cudi wears his own shit. Like Chance, like the 3 hat, he was wearing that. Like, plus it's just like promotion for what you got going on anyway. Tyler wears his own shit. Like there's a difference between like the people whose merch is tight and the people who isn't, and like are they wearing it or not. You can kind of tell with that, and that kind of just goes back to like the whole vision thing. It's like, yeah, that. But yeah, merch is definitely something I'm trying to have like the hardest merch in the game. Yeah. I think I got that already, but you know, time will tell.
Wrapping up, is there anything, you know, that you want to leave the people with? Shit you want to get off your chest?
Tell these niggas they can't produce. I know they let them know you harder than them.
Bruh. I don't know, bruh. I don't really do all the wolfing. Yeah, cause like for me, it's just like I'm gonna be cool, and then when it's time to actually get there, like y'all see me at them beat battles, bro. Y'all know what it is, bro. When it's time to actually like show it, I prove. Deluxe coming. I got some hits on the way. Like after all that, cause like. I guess this is what I gotta get off my chest. So, like a lot of people like the sad boy shit I do, like the sad music, and like it's cool, but like I never wanted to be like, you know how like Eminem was like, oh, he needs to get back on the drugs to make good music, or like people were talking about like Kanye, like unfortunately like it actually happened, but like hope him and Kim get a divorce so we can make another 808s. It's just like crazy shit. I never wanted my fans to feel that way. Like I just want them to enjoy what the fuck I put out and not hope I'm going through awful times to make good music. So I'm finna get off that for a little bit and try to make like shit you can like listen to in a car and not have to like think deeply about. So I got a couple of those joints. Like once this whole like album thing is like kind of finished and settled, whatnot. But yeah, just trying to like diversify what I am so I don't get pigeonholed into like one little thing, because that'll drive me crazy, bro. I'm not trying to get like locked down in like one sound or whatnot. So Twitter, Instagram, Audio Mac, Spotify, whatever. It's just Neeko Crowe. Neeko Crowe. I don't know why I spelled it because it's gonna be in the title, but yeah, it's just Neeko Crowe, like whatever. Yeah, make sure it's real easy to find. Yeah.